Noruz'tan Piruz, which means, may your Norouz be victorious. It is more common, however, to hear Norouz Mubarak, which just means Happy New Year in Farsi. And today is the New Year day in Iran, and Norouz is the name of the festival. It is New Year, and you'll see from this image of herbs and other wonderful delicacies, you can see some of the traditional things and foods that Iranians eat and decorate at this time of year. I've chosen to celebrate this New Year for Iranians. I've chosen to celebrate it with my performance of the first verse of Iran, which is the pre-1979 revolution Iranian national anthem. So indeed it was the national anthem under the time of the Shah. Oh, there have been multiple Shahs, but that particular Shah. And I'm making this video also as a dedication to the people of Iran who have suffered. And as an artist, there's nothing else I can do. I've written down things to say, but now I'm choosing to let my emotions go, because that's what this situation is and what it means to me. Because since the atrocities which were committed by the regime at the beginning of January, and before then actually, I have been crying a lot for the people of Iran. I have family there, and I don't want to politicise my career, but I also don't wish to be quiet, and I wish to be truthful. And what I will say is, I think I've said enough, showing what I feel about the politics in Iran, and I think I clearly indicate which side of the fence I'm on, which, according to Karim Sajadpour, who is an Iranian expert, who I think is well recognised in Western media, he says that 80% of Iran and Iranians are on the side of Pahlavi. And yes, it's a very convoluted thing. I mean, if you know enough about the history and you just learn more as you go, you can see why it's convoluted. And the thing is, I'm a democratic socialist. I'm not a monarchist. I'm not certainly not right wing. I try to channel my democratic socialism into my work, and I can go in how I do that. But this is the thing. It's an endless debate for artists. Is how political do we get? Do we become political? And the fact is the way I see it is, whether you like it or not, your life is dictated by politics. I think all you can do is represent what you do as truthfully as possible. But within that, we have to recognise the importance of being selective and diplomatic. So I have actually planned what I'm saying. And the thing is, this video is a dedication to the Iranian people, but it is also a reflection of my own journey. Indeed, last night I was singing the baritone solos in Durufley's Requiem for the Joyful Company of Singers in London, and I dedicated all of my emotions to the people of Iran. And I did the same thing when I sang the solos in this Requiem, when I sang it for the Hertfordshire Chorus last year, and specifically around that time was when my uncle Abdi died. And when I sang the Ostias, I sang this beautiful phrase that Durufley writes, and as I sang it, it's very high and it's very loud and operatic. As I sang it, I imagined Abdi going up into heaven, because he was one of the few practicing Muslims in my family. I think it's fair to say practicing. I'm very prepared that some of my family might correct me on that. He did have an Islamic burial after all. But so that's the thing, is it is a lie to say that the way I connect to reality does not impact my work. It completely does, and it gives me the fuel to do my job. So the thing is, identity is something that I've been concerned with a lot this year, and I've been going through a journey with my own therapy. I've been in therapy for 4 years, and it's not something I've probably mentioned on this channel, but essentially that therapy has been affected by what's happened in Iran, and actually I've realised my own generational trauma. The feeling of belonging, where do you belong? And this is something I also wish to say, is that my mother came to England a year before the revolution. Obviously she didn't know the revolution was going to happen. She came here as a student. She came to England as a student, and she effectively indirectly became an immigrant in the UK because of the war. She was told, because of the revolution and the war which followed, and her family told her that just stay in England, you're safer there. And so that's the reason why I exist in this country. So it's I've really connected to my identity so much, and I also do connect to neurodivergence. I'm a huge supporter of conversations about neurodivergence, and I am neurodivergent myself. And I don't have an official diagnosis, but that's not. I don't want to talk about that on this video. Essentially, I've connected to a lot within myself throughout this entire time, and now I'm connecting to my identity and my culture, the Iranian side, because I'm also half English, of course, and I'm connecting to that through song, and that's what Iran represents for me. Is my sort of gateway into Iranian culture, and I've also connected to what's been going on through the news, and then learning more and more about history to understand how this situation came to be. And I see myself as somebody who can help inform and communicate with Westerners on well, English people, British nationals, if you like, on the situation in Iran. But ultimately, I'll talk to anyone if I am feeling self-regulated enough to do so, because it can be very exhausting. And the beauty of doing music is that I can channel my emotions into my music, and that's what I do. So I just wish to share this with you, and hope you enjoy listening to it. And there's going to be more. I'll be learning the other verses and singing them in public in due course. And these are my words, which I do believe, which is Javid Shah. Maybe look that up.